Oh, hi! Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all safe. The U.S. was really hit hard by this pandemic. It's a shame our current president got rid of the Pandemic Response Team and didn't follow up on recommendations in the Pandemic Playbook made by the previous administration with President Barack Obama. Now that we know what Obama and his team recommended, it's so frustrating to know that Trump just ignored it all. Hundreds of thousands have died, and the U.S. just hit over 3.5 million cases, going up to 4, with over 60,000 new cases a day. Especially hit right now are the southern states, with local governments who took Trump's lead in calling it a hoax, just ignoring the fact that what happened in New York could happen to them, believing a virus would just vanish in the summer. I will continue to follow the science behind the CDC myself, as well as common sense. I will continue to use my vote as my most powerful weapon in this battle of sorts, and keep up to date with current events by reading the news daily. Though it'd be a lot easier if it was all jam-packed in audio format, and a lot of it is, but even more of it is not. I don't know what I would do without audiobook. It's so easy to breeze right through a book when the author is reading it to you, or even as a follow-along guide at times. I say that because I've purchased some recordings of books I already have the hardcovers for. The next book I can't wait to dive into is Too Much and Never Enough by Mary Trump, a glimpse into the world of her Uncle Donald. And even the preview that Amazon has up for free is telling. You can click to listen, and towards the end you'll understand why I say that. Families and politics are so very interesting. A lot of times the family and just our parents can influence so much of our lives, morale, character, and even the way we vote sometimes can be directly traced back to our parents. How about you? Do you vote the same way your parents do or did? I stopped voting the same way my parents did in the late 90s when I discovered that they only really voted in presidential elections. I was so new to voting that I didn't realize there were other things to vote for. I dove into the world of news and politics. Then I was able to cast a vote with some confidence that I was voting in my best interest. That's important to know. Don't be swayed by smooth-talking rallies or biased entertainment news media outlets. You need to actually look up what you are about to vote for to fully see what the candidate is planning. Speaking of planning, have you seen my new summer segment for 2020? It's called Barely a Cook. I plan to have at least 6 episodes for the summer. Join my Telegram chat if you'd like to see me cook something in particular. Keep in mind, I am not a real cook. That said, I do dabble in the culinary arts, especially when my stomach starts growling louder than I do. Check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. Let's get into the news before I start passing out free samples. Welcome to Barely a Bar's Woke52, Week 28. I'm your food demonstrator, HilaHila. Quick, take another sample before the lunchtime grazers get them all. In an interview with Telemundo, Trump says, quote, "Hopefully I'll look good with a mask on," end quote. He mentions he's never been against them, but feel they have a time and a place. The time has been since January, Mr. President, and the place is your face. Tragic COVID-19 news across the Sunbelt as states ignored the CDC guidelines and followed Trump's lead now see a surge in numbers. Trump has been retweeting anti-Dr. Fauci tweets implying he's against the CDC, even ordering hospitals across the nation to bypass the CDC and submit new COVID-19 cases directly to the White House. Supreme Court rules Trump must hand over tax returns to prosecutors for a New York criminal investigation, citing no one is immune to the law. Trump fired back with a series of tweets. Against all advice, Trump commuted his friend Roger Stone's sentence. Stone was convicted of lying to Congress, obstruction, and witness tampering. Mueller condemns the actions, calling Stone a convicted felon. Trump threatens to withhold funding for schools that don't fully reopen in the fall, but does not have the power to do so. Disney World reopens following safety guidelines. After corporate backlash, the Redskins is finally changing its offensive name. Boom! 52 seconds. Thank you for watching. If you like these news blasts, feel free to share a bear with your friends. You can also like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications alert bell to stay woke 52 times a year in 52 seconds of news. Want more news with your favorite news bear? Feel free to stay till the end to watch some clips or images with me. Bye for now.
The White House was in the extraordinary position, Andy, of saying the president does read. when asked if he reads his daily briefs. You were there. What was your experience on this front?
Well, I'm really happy to hear that. It's always good to know that your president reads. It's not entirely consistent with my own experience with preparing our directors to go to sit with the president, either in national security sessions or in homeland security sessions. In those cases where the FBI was responsible for briefing or presenting a particular issue, the question we always had was, what are we going to show him on video? It was widely known that if you wanted the president's attention, you had to bring a video with you to the brief, something animated, something with pictures. And if you did not have that, you probably would not get much engagement from the president on your issue.